life schooler. I am coming to you today to talk to you about calendar. I have been promising people that I was going to talk to you about calendar and kind of show you what it is and how to do it for a while, and I just have not had time. It's, holidays, family, life with 4 kids, and work, just all of it together has just been very challenging. But today I am going to do it. So anyhow, let's start off with what is calendar. Basically with calendar, you talk about the month, the day of the week, the date, the year. Sometimes you will talk about weather, maybe the season. All those things are your calendar time. There are lots of ways that you can extend calendar time to work on some like literacy concepts and math concepts, which is kind of what I'm going to show you today, how to do that. Calendar is really good for like preschool up through, really and truly up through like elementary. Any age can do it. And you can kind of level out what you're doing, okay? So anyhow, with calendar, it's a great way to practice time concepts with calendar because calendar, like the month, the day, yesterday, today, those kind of things are very difficult for young children to understand because with time you cannot hold it. It's not a math manipulative that you can hold it and you can put two and two together to make 4. You can't do that. It's something that comes with practice and maturity, and so it's just something that you just have to kind of expose them to every single day. It's not a lesson that you can just teach in 1 week and the kids automatically get it, okay? So it's just something that you just have to kind of work on. And doing it through calendar is a great way to work on those concepts. So anyhow, I'm going to show you how to do calendar, all right? Are you ready? Great. Okay, let's talk about calendar time for a preschool child. So to me, a preschool child would be someone who is learning letters. They're learning letter sounds and recognition. They are just starting to write. They're learning They're learning their numbers and how to count, those kinds of things. So the whole idea of time, of calendar and things like that is probably going to be a little bit over their heads. But I like to do these things through calendar because it shows them that it's meaningful. And that's why I like to do some of these concepts through calendar. It's something that's easy and quick that you can do every single day. And it shows them why they have to learn these things. Okay? So, for my calendar pieces that I have, I include the uppercase set for the month and the days, but I also include the conventional spelling with the capital letter at the beginning and then lowercase. I include both. For me personally, with my preschoolers, I like to do all capital letters at the beginning because typically that is where they are with writing. They're just learning to write uppercase to begin with because I choose to do it that way, and that is a whole nother video to talk about writing. But I choose to introduce my kids to capital letters first and then into lowercase. We do not learn every single letter before we start doing lowercase. It's just once they get interested and they start asking. So anyhow, it's just kind of very child-led over here. So whenever they start asking about it, that's when we start doing it. So anyhow, when we start doing it, I do all capitals. So with that said, I'm going to start off with the month. They are not going to really know what February is. You can tell them that's the month. You can sing the song. They can rattle off the song, but they won't really have a concept of what it is. The reason I'm doing this is because it's a word and it has letters in it, and we're going to spell it. So we're going to learn that this is an F. We're going to learn that this is an E. So we're going to learn how to spell and identify. And oh, well, look here. Here's an R. Can you find another R in the word February? Can you find it? So those are ways that you're going to do it. So you're going to come up here and you go like, let's touch the F. F, E, B, R, A, R, I'm sorry, A, R, Y. February. So you're going to go up there, and then you would have them identify. Can you find the E? Oh, there it is. Great. Can you find the U? Oh, good job. That is the U. So this gives them a way to work on letter identification that's not in alphabetical order. And once again, it's meaningful because it's a month. Same way with the days of the week. I would work on that with the day of the week as well. So, as with my emergent calendar, well, all my calendars, I leave off the day. I add it on after we figure it out. And with preschoolers, this pattern might actually be a little challenging for them, the AABB pattern, but possibly not. Once they get a little bit older, maybe they've been doing calendar for a while, they may actually be able to get that. But that's why I give you a black and white copy as well, so that way you can make your own pattern in case it might be a little challenging. So with this, you would go over the pattern and you would guess the color for today. So, oh, what do you think the color of our heart's going to be today? Let's see. This one was red. What color do you think is going to come next? And they may know or they may not, and that's okay, because what you're going to do is you're going to go back, no matter if they know or if they don't, you're going to go back through and you're going to go back over the color and pattern. So we're going to go red, red, pink, pink, 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 red, red. Oh, I think it's going to be red. Did you think it was going to be red? And then you're going to go over the number. More than likely, they won't be able to tell you what number is going to come next. So what you're going to say is, oh, let's find out what number is going to be on our calendar piece today. So let's find out, and we have to find out by counting. So let's find out what number this is going to be. So you're going to count together with your preschool child. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's going to be a 22. Oh, look here. I have a red heart and a 22. 2, 2. Do you see that? And so more than likely, the preschool child isn't going to be ready for the bigger numbers yet. But that doesn't mean you can't work on counting them. I just would focus more on the numbers 1 through 10. So you counted up to 22. You put your heart up there. So you got that piece up there. You talk about the day of the week. So today, we know that today is Monday because that's where our calendar piece is. We go up here and we see that today is Monday. And then I would still continue to work on this calendar. So I'd be like, okay, can you find the 8? Where is the 8? Good, it's right there. You are right. What about the 5? Can you find the 5? You're right, it's right there. Good job. So I would go back and I would work on these numbers 1 through 10 and have them come up and touch the numbers. So now I'm going to show you how I take the calendar and I extend it and do some literacy concepts with it, as well as some math concepts. So I'm going to show you some different things that I do with preschool kids. So if you have been following me, if you've read some of my blog posts, or if you've talked to me, you probably know that I do a rotation between subjects. So I focus on literacy on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I do math on Tuesday and Thursday. And so that's exactly what I do with my calendar. So on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do literacy concepts and activities, and then on Tuesday and Thursdays, I do math. So I'm going to start off with showing you some literacy, okay? All right, so literacy concepts for preschool children through calendar. So, okay. I took the day today and I wrote it up here in capital letters, okay? And what I have here are my very, very worn letter magnets. These have been with us for almost 5 years now. So I bought these back when we first started homeschooling, and it's made it through 3 kids, and now my baby's getting a hold of them too. So anyhow, so what I would do is I would have a matching activity. So I would have my preschooler come up and take the letters and match them. So they would put the M right here, either below, underneath it, or they can even put it on top if they need to. It might be easier to put it on top. So, and then they can spell the word Monday. And that's matching the letters. Now, for preschoolers who are beyond that, you would want them to practice matching lowercase to uppercase. And you may not put it in a line, you may put it on there, all kinds of crazy, and want them to match the, like I said, the uppercase to lowercase. So this would not be traditional spelling because we're practicing just matching the letters. So other than that, we could take one of these letters, like we can say, oh, here's the letter M. M says Can you think of a word that starts with And then maybe you could draw some pictures. What's something that starts with A glass of milk? What else starts with What about a motorcycle? A motorcycle starts with Now, please don't laugh at my motorcycle. I never claimed to be an artist at all. So, you would go through and you would just think of other things that start with M. What about a monkey? That looks more like a mouse. Can we say mouse instead? So anyways, you're just going to take that and you're going to write, you're going to draw different pictures, and you can even have your child draw pictures. So something else that you can do as well with that, if you wanted to give them an opportunity, maybe they want to write on the whiteboard, because that would be a lot of fun. We can take those and we can actually erase this. Write it again. And we put those letters up here again. And they can actually match the letters. So they're going to find the M and they're going to draw a line. Here's an O, they're going to draw a line. N, D, A, Y. So those are a couple of different things that you can do with the word Monday. Like I said, it's meaningful because it is a day of the week, and it's always changing. For the most part, it's always changing, so it gives you some different things to work with by just grabbing those words off the calendar, off the month, maybe a holiday, something like that, and you can do all kinds of different things and change it up. So now we are going to look and see how I do some math concepts for the preschooler. All right, so math with the preschooler. If you've watched my other videos for the emerging student or for the beginner or established student, we typically worked with the number that was actually on the calendar. The problem is you can't really do that with preschool kids because, for example, today's number is 22. And 22 would be a very, very challenging number for preschoolers because more than likely they're just working on numbers 1 through 5. So really and truly, 1 through 5 is a great place to start. And once that foundation is built, the number recognition, the understanding of amounts for numbers 1 through 5, then you can move on through 10. So really and truly, like I said, you want to work on numbers 1 through 5 first. So with this, you can, once again, kids love to draw on the whiteboard, especially if they think it's moms or dads. And you could have them draw one, like come up here and draw one circle. Here's two, draw 2 circles. So we're going to draw 1 circle. And how about 2 circles? Oh, over here, let's draw some triangles. 3 triangles. 4. Let's draw 4 squares. And 5. Let's draw 5 rectangles. So that's something that's really quick and easy, and like I said, it's really great to get your child to come up and try to do it. These are great pre-writing things to be working on, is to be working on drawing basic shapes before getting into actually writing letters and numbers. So you can do that. So with these numbers, you can also practice because you're already there. You're at the whiteboard. Why not do just a couple of quick little things? So you can put your numbers up here. And then you can draw, you can write your numbers if you want, or you could draw amounts. Let's see. Whoops. That just looks terrible. And then once again, have the child match it by drawing lines from the numbers on the magnets to the numbers. Something else that you can have them do is to get out your snack cubes. If you've watched my other videos, I have my base 10 blocks in a Ziploc bag, and guess what? I have my snack cubes in a Ziploc bag as well. So you can have your children get out the snap cubes, and these are really great because they go together pretty easily. If you don't have snap cubes, you could probably use Duplos or Legos or Mega Blocks or something like that. But I really like these because they are all the same size and they come in various colors. And I actually have a link for the manipulatives I like, and I will put it in the information section below. So anyways, you can get them to come up and be like, okay, can you build the number 5? Okay, well, there's the number 5. Let's build the number 4. And this is just a great way because the kids actually have something in their hands. And not only that, this is great fine motor practice, which is fantastic. So there's 4. And then we can build 3. And then just continue. And they can do it all the same color. They can do it different colors. Let's see. 2. And 1. And even with a preschooler, you can even talk about greater than, less than, but not actually use those terms. You can say, okay, which one has more? Is it the green or the yellow, the 5 or the 3? Which one has more? Which one's bigger? And talk about and compare the numbers. So these are just a few of the ways that you can just, while you're already here at the whiteboard and you've been working with the calendar, you can just do some fun hands-on learning that only takes a couple of minutes, and it's very bite-sized practice, but it makes a very big impact. Preschool children shouldn't be sitting down doing lessons upon lessons all day long. They should be playing and doing things with their hands, crafts, and lots of reading and just running around, gross motor movement. So try not to do too much of structure activities. So if you are liking this, but you're like, wow, I can't really think of other ideas, just a second. Maybe you like the concept of doing the calendar time, but you don't really really don't know where to go with it. Or maybe you saw it and you're like, okay, this is a great jumping point. I've got it from here. Fantastic. I'm so glad. But I want to let you know that I am actually offering something to help parents who want to do something like this, but just really doesn't have the time to come up with all these activities to try to keep their child engaged. So I've got you covered. So what I did for preschoolers, emerging, and beginning and established kids, I actually made a calendar book that goes along with my calendar. The great thing about this one, really and truly, is it's very hands-on. There's lots of activities. I love all of them, but I have a soft place for the preschool book because it is absolutely fantastic to have, especially when you have older kids and you need to pull something out to keep that preschooler busy. So this is just got so many ideas. I believe the book comes with, I think, like 3 or 4 pages of suggestion of activities with each page. 3 to 4 pages total of suggestions of extension activities for the pages in the book. I don't want you to think that you're getting 3 pages for each of them. So lots of extra suggestions on how to use it and how to extend it to keep your child engaged. So, like I said, this is the preschool one and this is February, which isn't going to really help you much now, but I'm going to have the March one up soon, hopefully. So here's February. I wrote the numbers on there for my daughter, and I actually took a highlighter and did it so that way the numbers were a little bit thicker, not a whole bunch, but a little bit thicker. And this way, since it's in a plastic sleeve, she can go back and she can actually trace them and practice her writing. I just let her just have a dry erase marker or even a vis-a-vis, whatever she wants, and just lets her do it. So that way she's practicing what she wants to practice. This is her schoolwork, and I'm able to work with the older kids more easily. So with this one, worked on spelling her name. So this gives you a space to write their name. And then this gives them a space to either practice writing it themselves or using magnets. Lots of different ways that you could do it. Here is those pre-writing skills, like I was saying. What day is it today? And they had, the preschoolers have to trace the heart to choose the day. Once again, it's meaningful. It's just not sitting there tracing shapes. It's meaningful because they're having to figure out what day it is. That's their schoolwork. They have to label the day. So here is the weather. Once again, it's meaningful pre-writing skills where they're having to trace around the weather. They have to select the weather by tracing it. And here is the color of their shirt. So they can choose just one color, or if they have stripes, they might have to choose more than one. So lots of different pre-writing lines here that they can do, some zigzags and things like that. So to choose the colors of their shirt. And so here's, like I had those letter matching up there. We did, I've actually written the letters in here, and my daughter has went back through and put the magnets on them. I've put uppercase over here and lowercase over here, and she's drawn lines. It's got so many opportunities to just do so many different things. So this one right here was illustrating the letter. Put the letter magnet here, and then doing Play-Doh or writing it or drawing a picture, all kinds of ideas to do with that. Now this one was a lot of fun. I put the word heart up here. And once again, it's meaningful because all the letters are in a word. So I really like that it's that it's actually like literacy based. And so then I chose a letter, I boxed it in, and then she had to go through and box in all the letters on that page. Here's some more fun, just pre-writing practice. And then here's, put a number here and illustrating the number with Play-Doh, or drawing a picture, building blocks, anything with that. Cover the number with blocks, or just calling out a number and letting her mark it out or color it in, whatever she wanted to do. Number match, which was the same thing as the letter match. And I didn't actually say this in this video, but I mentioned in another one that I do a piggy bank for the preschoolers, because preschoolers can easily, if they can count by ones, they can learn pennies, because a penny's value is 1. So that's a great manipulative to use when counting by ones. So they could easily put their pennies in a piggy bank. And then at the end, I have a free drawing page, which we always end our calendar time with free drawing. And this gives us space too to also maybe do some other things. To follow instructions, like if you want to give them instructions on how to draw something, they can follow instructions and draw it there. So anyhow, if you like this and you have it and you are ready to run with it tomorrow, fantastic. If you are needing a little more support, or just want kind of like an open and go book, then the calendar book might be a good option for you. So anyhow, I really hope that this kind of gave you a little bit of an idea of how I introduce my kids to letters and numbers and counting, and we do this every day. We don't limit letters and numbers and counting to just calendar time, but we do get a lot of practice within calendar time with it. So anyhow, if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you like it and that you can share it with someone if you think someone else could benefit from it. And as always, you can subscribe. Okay, thanks. Bye.